Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with more book recommendations. You guys always ask for more of these, and you ask and you shall receive. So, today I'm going to be showing you guys a bunch of really great YA young adult books. So let's get started. So the first book that I'm going to be recommending is Anna and the French Kiss. I love this book so much. It was so cute, such a heartfelt romance, and the vibes, immaculate, amazing. So as you can see, French Kiss and the Eiffel Tower in the background, it clearly takes place in Paris. What is better than that already? So what this is about is Anna has a really great life already. She lives in Atlanta, she has an amazing best friend, and even a little crush on her co-worker who she assumes likes her back. But then her father decides to send her to boarding school in Paris to give her the experience of her life, which he says she'll thank him for later when she grows up. But so far she doesn't thank him for it, she hates him for it. Anyways, this is how her little adventures in Paris, and this is just really fun. This book is 14 plus, and I gave it a 5 stars. The next book is Instructions for Dancing. So when I picked this up at Target, I thought this looked so interesting and sounded really interesting as well, and this is what it's about. So the main character, the protagonist, Evie, she does not believe in love due to probably her parents being divorced, and then something strange happens. She sees a couple kiss, and she sees their whole entire future of their relationship, like how it's going to go in the future and how it's going to end. She doesn't understand why this is happening to her, and soon she finds herself at a dance studio. She has a feeling she should take classes, so she does, and soon she meets the boy. I forgot his name, but anyways, it's a boy. And anyways, she meets him, and soon she realizes she's falling for him. But if her visions of heartbreak have taught her anything, it's that love does not exist. Evie isn't sure what to do about this. Should she go for it, or should she not, and save herself from a potential heartbreak? This story was really interesting, and really cute, and really fun. I gave this a 5 stars as well, or almost 5 stars. And this book is like 13 plus, I think. Next book is Dash and Lily's Book of Dares. So yes, this is a Christmas book and also a TV show. So if you haven't seen the TV show, you should read this. Even if you have seen the show, you should still read this. This book was really fun. My favorite from the series of this book, there's 3 books in the series, my favorite from them was the last book, but this was my second favorite, the first book. Lily, the protagonist, leaves a red notebook at a library in hopes that the perfect guy will find it. Soon after, Dash finds it and rises up to the challenges in the book. What follows is a whirlwind romance as Dash and Lily trade secrets, dares, and other little writings in the notebook across New York City. And this book was really fun, and you should totally read this. I'd say this book is probably 14, maybe 13/14 plus. Next, we have One of Us is Lying. I'm sure many of you have heard about this book. It's very popular, especially on Book Talk. But as you can see, One of Us is Lying. It's kind of obvious that this is a murder mystery. So 5 students walk into detention and only 4 come out. One of them has died. Who has done it? Everybody has secrets, and everybody is lying. So who could it be? This was a very great read that just like sucked me in, and like I read this so quickly because it was just so interesting. I could not like let go of this book. So yeah, this is 14 plus. I totally recommend this. Not to mention that not only does it have mystery, but also adventure and a side romance. Next is also a mystery, which is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Yes, another murder mystery. And I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of this book very often as well. I read this book almost a year ago. Lots of people loved this book. It was like a 5 stars for them, but I feel like it was more like a 4 stars for me. I feel like it's a bit overrated, but it was still good, even though I liked One of Us Was Lying more. But this book was still really good, and I did not expect that. I should not say anything just in case I spoil something on accident. But I was not expecting something that happened in this book. It was like really shocking. So basically what happened is Pip is a high schooler and she decides to look deeper into this mystery of a boyfriend and a girlfriend who died. So pretty and popular Andy, she was murdered by her boyfriend Sal, because you know, always whenever they blame someone, obviously it's gonna be someone like, oh, it's the boyfriend. And then the boyfriend killed himself. And for 5 years it was anything anybody could talk about. Pip soon discovers a trail of dark secrets that could lead to uncovering the real mystery. So this book is like 13/14 plus. Next book is We Were Liars. Obviously, probably you guys heard this book so much. Usually everybody either really hates it or really loves it, but I'm kind of in between. I'm like around 4 stars for this. So if you're looking for a fast read, this is it. This will keep you like hooked to the end, and it has short chapters and basically it just takes really fast reading. You'll just start reading and like, wait, I already read so much pages? So this is kind of like a psychological thriller, kind of. Not very, it's not scary, but basically every summer, the protagonist and her family visit an island, which is their family's island, because their family's like super rich. And basically all her other cousins are on it too, and her aunts and uncles and everything. But one summer, something happens, and she can't remember anything from it. And she tries to uncover what happened. If that was kind of like not a really good explanation, you can just search it up, but I'd say this book is like 13 plus. Next book is Heartless, which is one of my favorite reads of 2021. This is definitely a 5-star for me, and this is a retelling, and I love retellings of like Alice in Wonderland, except this is about the villain's backstory, Queen of Hearts' backstory. Once she was just a girl with dreams and desires as well. So yeah, this is really, really fun. If I had to suggest any of these books, I'd probably suggest this one as well as some other ones the most. Read this now. And next, by the same author as Heartless, we have Gilded, which is the author's newest book, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this book came out really recently and I pre-ordered it, and this book was great. So I still liked Heartless more, but this was still a 5-star as well. This is also a retelling of Rumpelstiltskin, and there is romance and mystery and adventure and everything you could possibly want. So yes, do read this book. Next, we have Twilight. So, like, everybody knows about this book, but not everybody has read it. Actually, I'm pretty sure that most people actually watch the movies instead. The people who watch the movies, you do not know what you're missing out on. The movies, they sucked. After I read the whole entire series of Twilight, I decided to watch the first movie, and it was horrible. It was awful. I don't know how people can like that. It is awful, pure awfulness. While the books are amazing. They did Twilight bad, but yeah, I do recommend the books a lot. 13/14 plus. So yeah, the book is really fun, and I'm pretty sure everybody knows what it's about, like a vampire adventure romancy. Amazing. Next, we have Lake's Edge. This book was pretty cool. So it was like a spooky enemies to lovers, dark academia vibes, and there's also dark magic, and a morally gray love interest character, and magic, lots of magic. So yeah, this book was really great. I feel like I liked it more when I just finished it, but now I feel like I'd lower my rating just a little bit, so it's like 4.5 stars, I feel like. But nevertheless, this book was pretty good, 14 plus. Next, we have the Cruel Prince series, the Folk of the Air series. Anyways, the first book is The Cruel Prince, and I love this, except I feel like the first book was kind of overrated. The first book is the worst from the 3. It gets better, guys. But lots of people say it's enemies to lovers. You should not buy this book if you like enemies to lovers, because yes, there is, but like, that is like only like 5% of the book is enemies to lovers. But mostly, if you like politics, then this is for you. Politics just make it sound boring, and it's not boring. I don't want to like make this book sound boring, because it's not. It's really interesting, and this is Fae done right. Like Sword of Glass, that was pretty good, but like this is what I'm talking about when I mean I want to read more about Fae. So this is 14 plus. Next book is kind of more of a middle grade book, but still, I'm putting this in the video because I feel like young adults would still love this book. So it's Keeper of the Lost Cities. If you haven't read this, you literally should do that right now.
Sorry Harry Potter, but it's better than Harry Potter.
So yeah, this is a really fun book. Amazing world building, amazing character building, amazing everything. So you should definitely read this. And it's like 11 plus. But I feel like even like 16-year-olds would find this very interesting. Next is the selection. So I actually don't have this book like in physical print because I read it on Amazon Kindle and I loved it so much. 5 stars, 5 out of 5. I read every single book and I read them really fast. Like it was really fast read for me, and some people don't like this. They think it's like cringy, but I don't think that at all. I think these are really fun and entertaining, and this is probably like 12/13 plus. Next we have Kingdom of the Wicked. So I feel like this book is very overrated, so that's why I gave it 4 stars. Unless people like on book talk like,
oh my gosh, definitely 5 stars. I have to read this right now.
but yeah, no, it was definitely overrated, but it was still fun.
Even though it was overrated.
14 plus, and
It's like dark, spooky vibes.
and really cool.
Like,
And also enemies to lovers. Next, we have A Rush of Wings. Wait, first before I tell you guys what this is about, look at the outside. See, her eyes are closed. And now look at the inside. Her eyes are open. Anyways, this is another retelling. I'm like a big nerd for retellings. But anyway, so this was really cool, and there's magic, there's adventure, there's even some romance, and I'd say this book is 13 plus. This was a 4 stars and I recommend it. And last and maybe least actually is Defy the Night. So lots of people love this, but it wasn't that great for me. This is my first time reading a book by Bridget Kemmerer, and it kind of disappointed me, honestly. So if you guys don't know, Bridget Kemmerer is author of A Curse So something. Basically, I'm putting her books over here. And that book is very popular. And this book, I feel like maybe I like the other ones more. I don't know. But basically, this book kind of disappointed me. So I don't really want to read her other books. But some people loved this. So maybe you guys will also. I'd say this is 13 plus. And those were all of the recommendations. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope I helped you guys find your new favorite read. And thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to not miss out on future uploads. And only a small percentage of my viewers are actually subscribed. Also, my socials are linked below. Subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys!